safety dance. Get down, get wise, don't take a chance. Woke up bright and early, sun streaming through, birds singing sweetly, thought I'd share some too. Climbed that vanity so high, feeling like a king. But oh wait, what's that sound? This twist in the ring. Thought I'd feel the feet, just a quick little lift. A simple task, no worries, could it be a rift? But back off, hear the warning dance. Step right down before you lose your balance. Safety dance. Safety dance. Don't fall off that vanity. It's not worth the chance. I swear those birds can wait. They'll still be around. So step down, be smart. Keep your feet on the ground. The seats sparkling like jewels in the air, but I lost my footing, man, it just felt unfair. Down I went in a tumble, tried to find my grace, but that ankle hit the floor like I lost the race. Those birdies are sweet, but friends take heed. It's not worth the fall, sometimes it's good to just breathe. Step back, don't push it, be smart. Your ankle's not a joke, darling, it's not all. Don't fall off that vanity. It's not worth the chance. I swear those birds can wait. They'll still be around. So step down, be smart. Keep your feet on the ground. Mary, round, on the merry-go-round. Spinning up, won't come down. Round and round, play that sound. Feet don't even touch the ground. Let it spin, let it ride. Round and round, no end in sight. Ain't no chains, watch me glide. Chaos whispering, I feel alive. Lights blur, world on tilt. On this merry-go-round. Mary B, watch me thrive. No straight lines in my lane. Pedal down, fuck the brakes. I don't chase shit, just Gravitates like magnets in the spin. It falls right in my face. Gold raining. Why I laugh at the race. I don't stop. I don't slow. Heart racing, let the current take control. World burn, secrets overload. Nobody knows where this dizzy road goes. On the merry-go-round, spinning up, won't come down. Round and round, play that sound. Never lost and never bound. I don't chase. I turn. Round and round, play that sound. Never lost and never found. Mary B.
All right, I think I fixed it. Thank you, Angel Baby. Hi, Nefarious. Hey, Barbara. Am I not muted anymore? It should be fixed. Hey, Paranoia. What's up, KLB? Cupcakes. Am I fixed? Yes? Okay, great. Thank you. Hey, Kersey Nursey. Hey, Dominique. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Hey, Kels. You like my headband? It's my niece's. I stole it. No, I didn't steal it. It's still here. I'm at her house, so. What's up, Turtlebot Live? Hey, Miss Divine. Liz Miss, how's it going? Hi, Erin. Happy Chick Flick Friday. Good to see you all. So welcome back to Be Merry. If we've never met before, I'm Merry, and this is a place where we blend tarot, astrology, psychology, spirituality, and real conversations to help us better understand ourselves and the world around us. So tonight is episode 40, which feels like a pretty cool milestone. So I really appreciate you guys being here. And I'm really grateful that you're spending a Friday with me. Hey, Little Queen. Hey, Hellfish. Dar Vader. What's up? So tonight, the movie is Cry Baby. I don't know if you all have seen it. It's from 1990. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have goals. Hi, Mel Mac. Hi, Kayla. I have some goals, so just remember that...
But a toll is a toll, and a roll is a roll. And if we don't get no tolls, then we don't eat no rolls. I'll make that up.
We're going to have to do that movie sometime, I think. Yes, so Johnny Depp is super hot in this movie. And if you guys hear like snorting or like a weird sound in the background, it's this dog. He snores really, really loud, like constantly. So he's kind of like laying right in front of the desk that I'm sitting at. So I apologize in advance for all of that. Hi, Wendy. You want to see a picture of me when I was a cute girl? I'm a cute girl now. Johnny Depp is amazing. I love him. So, and then, you know, I like to connect this movie to some questions that we can ask ourselves in life to, become better people, to understand ourselves better. Thank you so much, Cupcakes. Rolls for the tolls. Oh, little girl. I can probably whip something up. So some of the questions that I associate with this movie is, it's like a 50s high school film, and it's like a bad boy and a good girl situation. What is that sound? Sorry, weird things are happening in this house that I don't understand. Archie, you want to come say hi? Archie. Archie. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come say hi to the people. He might come at some point. So who are you without labels? Not who your parents expected you to be, not who your job says you are, and not who your relationships made you become, or who social media thinks you are. Who are you, really, is the question that we are taking from this movie today. But also, before we get started, I wanted to get your help to pick next week's movie. So I'm going to put up a poll for next week. So if anyone has any suggestions for some movies for next week, I use the phrase chick flick pretty loosely. It doesn't have to be a rom-com. It can be sad, fantasy, cult classic, drama, musical, psychological. And Archie decided that he wants to go outside right now. He's going to have to wait. So if it gives us something meaningful to talk about, then it's fair game. Jack, is that a movie? I don't know that movie. Crazy Stupid Love. That's a good one. Okay. Goonies. All right. I'm going to write things down so I don't forget. All right. So we'll put, oh God. Come on, Archie. Really? Like, I tried to bring him out before this started. Oh, I think I remember that now with Robin Williams. Okay. All right. So that one will be on there. How about one more? Anyone? Dazed and Confused. I like that one. All right, and we'll add Michael as well with John Travolta. Okay. So let's see here. Archie, come here. Come here, buddy. I'm gonna have to let him out. So let's Hi Iris. Good to see you. Hey Nefarious. Archie is my sister's dog. I will be watching him for at least the next week and a half or so. He's very needy. Can I pet that dog? All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna throw him on leash real quick. What can I do here? I don't want to put on a song because it'll only take me 2 seconds. I'm just going to take myself off the screen. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Dogs. My cats never do that. So I'll put up that poll, and in the meantime, I'll just talk. So the current energy that's happening right now is we're still building from this week's new moon. So it's waxing right now. The energy is about intention as the moon builds. And we can be asking ourselves, what am I building? We also have Mercury in retrograde in Cancer. So that's a good time to like kind of slow down and revisit things. Movie for next week. So, and with Cancer, it asks us to revisit our emotional stories, old memories, old identities, old family dynamics, old versions of ourselves. So these are the lenses that we are going into tonight with. Can I put 5 in? Maybe? Yes? No? All right, it's just going to be 4. Hey, Chastity. So also we have both the moon and Venus right now are in Virgo. Virgo likes honesty and asks what actually aligns with my values, what feels authentic, what needs adjusting. And then we have today's card that we pulled this week was the Knight of Swords, because the Knight is like a go-getter, especially the swords. So as we're reflecting with Mercury retrograde, we're invited to move forward with courage. So not recklessly or impulsively, but intentionally. So that brings us back to the question from the movie, which is, who are you without the labels? And that's what today's astrology also seems to be asking. Mercury asks us to revisit the story. Virgo asks us to discern what's true. And then the Knight of Swords asks us to move forward with courage. And the movie tonight also asks the exact same thing. And who decided who you were in the first place? Because it's pretty simple in the movie. People are decided by, their high school clique. Hi, Noodle. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Did I see Toy in here? Hi, Toy. No, please talk. I like that. I need, what do you call it? Participation. So let me check on this dog real quick. Hi, Amy. This friggin' dog, I swear. He's probably not going to be done. I'm going to give him a couple more minutes. So the 3-card pull that we're doing today is we're going to ask these 3 questions. So the first card is going to be, what old story or label am I ready to challenge? And the second card is, what truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? And then the third card will be, how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? So who's seen Crybaby? If you've seen Crybaby, put a 1 in the chat. I actually I didn't even know this movie existed until like a couple years ago, and I had a friend over for Chick Flick Friday, and she's like, "Have you ever seen Crybaby?" And I'm like, "What is that?" She's like, "Oh my god, are you serious?" She's like, "You love Johnny Depp, you love chick flicks, and you've never seen Crybaby?" So I looked it up. We watched it that night, and I'm like, "I can't believe I've never seen this movie. It is so good." All right, cool. A lot of people have seen it. Oh, 69. All right. All right. I know, like the songs are so like silly and I love them so much. I remember the year that I watched it, I put it on because I make a playlist every year on Spotify. Oh, there's the 69 again. Um, nice. So the year that I watched that movie with my friend, I on Spotify I make a playlist for every year. So every time I hear like a song that I like I don't know, anywhere on the radio, on a TV show, just wherever, I add it to the playlist, and then so I have a playlist for every year. And the year that I first watched this movie, I put "Hey Mr. Jailer" on my playlist, so it would keep coming up, and I was just the music is just so silly. I love it. It's so good. So let's talk about it. Crybaby. So I'm not really doing like a movie review or anything. It's more like using stories as mirrors. Every movie has something to teach us if we're willing to look. So some questions I would love to hear your thoughts on are so campy. Who gets labeled? Who creates those labels? How much of our identity is chosen and how much is inherited? Have you ever felt misunderstood because someone judged you before they really knew you? That's a good one too. Have you ever realized you were trying to live up to someone else's expectations instead of your own? And what parts of yourself have you hidden because they didn't fit into the box that somebody else created? Hi, Maylin. Yeah, totally, right? Wait, what? Judged by someone? Nah, that doesn't happen. Does it? I mean, not to me, but maybe to other people. Yeah, childhood, definitely. Oh, what are you cooking, angel baby? Deep thoughts? Deep thoughts with Kevy Kev? I cut off my frosted tips when the boy bands all came out with them. So you were first? You started that trend? I mean, I guess it was cool. Oh, there's Archie. Hold on. Be right back. He was barking at a bird. Oh, hey, Mad Stork. Thanks for being here. Yeah, save the birds. Yeah, he can't get to it. He barks at everything. Archie, are you coming back yet? Yeah, Johnny Depp, like when Johnny Depp was young, like really young. That's why it's the best. So, let's see here. If you would like a reading today, just like throw an emoji in the chat. Thank you, cupcakes. I really appreciate it. All right, so we got Kel's paranoia. Hey, Sparkly. Yeah, pre-Amber Turd for Johnny Depp. That was a bad decision on his part. All right, who else? Kel's paranoia, mermaid, cupcakes, Turtlebot Live, Hellfish, Wendy, Angel, Michelle, Sharon, Sparkly, Lizmas. All right. So that's a good amount to start with. And if you didn't get on this list, then I'll probably start another one after. So let me go check on this dog one more time. Hopefully I can let him in so I can just sit here for the rest of the night. Hold on just 1 second. All right, this is Archie. Hi, buddy. He'd like to say hi. Say hi. Hi, I'm Archie. Good boy. You're a good boy. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. Okay, so that's the dog. Now let's get some readings. Hey, please don't do that. Archie. I don't even know what he's barking at. Sorry about that. All right, so first up we have Kel's. I know, Darth Vader, but I miss my cat kisses. They're much less slobbery. Oh, Charlie, thank you. You're the best. Thank you, Sparkly. Oh, and you got your own membership too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. All right, so we've got the first 3 cards. All right, so we've got the 3 of Swords, the Sun, and the King of Swords. Lots of swords, always lots of swords. So first, the 3 of Swords is what story or label am I ready to challenge? And the 3 of Swords asks you to challenge the story that your past pain defines you. This is for Kels. I'm sorry, I took her off. There we go. That's for Kels. Thanks for the reminder. So this asks you to challenge the story that your past pain defines you. Maybe you've been carrying a label that came from heartbreak, rejection, betrayal, or disappointment, whether someone else gave it to you or you gave it to yourself. And this card invites you to ask, am I still living from an old wound or from who I am today? So you don't have to let old hurt become your identity. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically is the Sun. The truth that you're allowed to be fully seen. The Sun is about authenticity, joy, confidence, and bringing your true self into the light. If you've been dimming yourself, then you're hiding parts of who you are. And you're worrying about how others will respond. This card says that your light is not something to apologize for. So ask yourself, what part of me is ready to step into the light? And then how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week is the King of Swords. So you can move forward with clarity and integrity. The King of Swords encourages you to lead with wisdom instead of emotion alone. That doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means letting your values and discernment guide your decisions. Speak honestly, set healthy boundaries, and trust your judgment. So to bring all 3 together, these cards tell a beautiful story about healing and growth. You're being invited to release the idea that an old hurt gets to define who you are. And instead embrace the truth that your authentic self deserves to be seen and celebrated. As you move forward, let wisdom, honesty, and clear boundaries guide your next steps. Your past may be part of your story, but it doesn't have to write your future. And next up, we got paranoia. Work on healing and being yourself. Yes, definitely. And it's a fun journey. You'll enjoy it. All right, there you go. Paranoia, you are up. Hi, Rainbow Plant Life. What's happening? I'm not getting any reversals. So we have here some pentacles for you. So first is the King of Pentacles, and that is the old story or label that you are ready to challenge. And then is the Eight of Pentacles, is the truth that's asking to be spoken or lived more authentically. And then the Empress is a way to move forward with courage and wisdom. So the King of Pentacles invites you to challenge, lifting it too high, invites you to challenge the belief that success is only measured by what you own, what you earn, or how much you accomplish. Maybe you've been carrying the label of provider or the responsible one, or feeling like your value depends on always having everything under control. So this card asks, what if your worth isn't something you have to prove? The Eight of Pentacles is the truth that you are still becoming, and that's okay. The Eight of Pentacles reminds us that growth happens through consistent, intentional effort. You don't have to be perfect before you share your gifts. You don't have to have it all figured out. You can ask yourself, where can I honor the process instead of rushing the outcome? And then how can I move forward with courage and wisdom is the Empress. Lead with self-compassion. The Empress encourages you to nurture yourself the same way you nurture everyone else. She reminds us that abundance grows where we give our attention, care, and patience. Moving forward with courage this week might look like trusting your creativity, honoring your intuition, and believing you're already enough as you continue to grow. So these cards tell the story of someone who's ready to redefine success. Release the belief that your true value comes from status, productivity, or having everything figured out. Embrace the truth that every small step you take is shaping the person that you are. And move forward by leading with self-worth, creativity, and compassion instead of pressure. So a good question for you to think about with this reading is, if you measured your life by growth instead of achievement, what would change? And again, I would like to remind everyone, if you hear that snorting noise, that is the dog snoring. Don't try to say that the sound is anything else. I'm telling you right now, it's so loud and weird. You're welcome. So next up we have Mermaid. Can you hear that? What's up, Nefarious? Mermaid, you here? All I can hear is this freaking dog. Just got here and missed the goal, but still gonna goal. Wait, I'm an idiot. I forgot to change the amount of time. Did I miss Mermaid? Oh, there you are. You're making dinner too? Anything good? You can hear it? It's so annoying. All right, now we're starting to get some reverse cards. All right, mermaid. You okay, buddy? All right. So, what old story or label am I ready to challenge? We have the Hierophant reversed. The Hierophant reversed invites you to question the rules you've been living by. Maybe you've been carrying the label of the good one, the people pleaser, or feeling like there's only one right way to live your life. This card asks, whose expectations am I still trying to meet? It's an invitation to release beliefs that no longer align with who you are becoming. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically is the Six of Pentacles reversed. The truth may be that your relationships or the way you give your time and energy have become out of balance. Perhaps you've been over giving, under receiving, or feeling like you have to earn love, support, or approval. Ask yourself, where do I need healthier boundaries or greater reciprocity? Your generosity is a gift, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your own well-being. And finally, one of the most misunderstood cards in the tarot deck. How can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? Death. Death reminds us that courage isn't about holding on. It's about trusting the transformation. Sorry, this is like something has reached the end of its season, and this card encourages you to let it go with grace. Whether it's a belief, a habit, a role, or an identity, releasing it creates space for something new to emerge. This week, courage looks like embracing change instead of resisting it. So these cards tell the story of someone who's ready to stop living by someone else's rule book. The truth is that you deserve relationships and commitments. Stop it. What are you even barking at? Sorry. That honor mutual care and respect, not constant self-sacrifice. As you move forward, allow yourself to release what no longer fits. Transformation isn't about becoming someone new. It's about letting go of what was never truly you in the first place. All right, next I've got cupcakes. Reverse cards are cards pulled from the deck that are being shuffled. Yes, upside down. So the upside down is usually indicates some sort of like a resistance. You're not supposed to say stop it. The dogs don't understand. Okay. I mean, he doesn't understand anything I say. All right, cupcakes. I'm not a good dog mom. All right, cupcakes. What old story or label am I ready to challenge? The Chariot. The Chariot asks you to challenge The belief that you have to control everything to be successful. Maybe you've carried the label of the one who has to hold it all together, or felt like you always have to be pushing, proving, or forcing your way forward. Instead, ask yourself, what if true strength comes from being aligned, not from being in control? And what truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? And that is the Queen of Pentacles. I wish these weren't so shiny. The truth is that you are worthy of the same care, compassion, and stability that you so freely give to others. The Queen of Pentacles reminds you to create a life that nourishes you, not just everyone around you. Ask yourself, am I caring for myself with the same love and intention that I care for others? Hi, Diane G. And then how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? Is the Knight of Wands reversed. This week, courage may actually look like slowing down. The Knight of Wands reversed reminds us that excitement is wonderful, but impulsive action can pull us away from our purpose. Rather than rushing into the next thing, take a moment to ask if your actions truly align with your values. Move with intention instead of urgency. So these cards invite you to redefine what strength really looks like. Release the belief that you have to force your way through or life or carry your burden alone. Embrace the truth that your own well-being matters just as much as everyone else's. And then as you move forward, you can choose thoughtful, intentional action over rushing or reacting. Sometimes the wisest path isn't the fastest. It's the one that's most aligned with who you truly are. All right, Turtlebot Live, you're up. Hey, Teacup. Hey, Fresh Brown Eyes. You're welcome. All right. Oh, yeah, don't forget to hit the like. Ooh, what's winning the poll? Forgot to check that out. Dazed and Confused. All right. Goonies is pretty close. Cool, cool. All right, Turtlebot Live. What old story or label are you ready to challenge? This one again, the Three of Swords. This invites you to release the belief that your past pain defines who you are. Sometimes heartbreak, rejection, or disappointment becomes a label that you can carry long after the experience has passed. Ask yourself, am I still identifying with an old wound that's ready to heal? Your pain may be a part of your story, but it doesn't have to become your identity. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? That's the High Priestess reversed. The truth is you already know more than you're giving yourself credit for. The High Priestess reversed often appears when we've been ignoring our intuition, second guessing ourselves, or looking outside ourselves for answers that we already hold within. Ask yourself, where have I been dismissing my own inner knowing? It's time to trust your voice instead of waiting for someone else to validate it. And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? Is the Eight of Wands reversed. This card reminds us that not every delay is a setback. If things feel slower than you'd like, resist the urge to force them. Use this time to pause, reflect, and make sure your next step is aligned. Sometimes wisdom looks like patience. Sometimes courage looks like waiting until the timing is right. So altogether, these cards tell the story of healing from the inside out. Release the label that came from an old hurt or disappointment. Trust that your intuition has been trying to guide you all along, even if you've been questioning it. And as you move forward, don't mistake delays for failure. This week, honor the slower pace and listen to your inner wisdom and allow healing to unfold in its own time. So what would change if you trusted your own inner voice more than the stories your past has been telling you? Oh, hey, Gingy. Happy birthday. All right, Hellfish, you're up. Hi, Kirsty. Welcome. I'm just, I have a list here that I'm doing readings for, and I'll start a new list as soon as I'm done with this one. We're getting through them pretty quick today. All right, Hellfish, you're up. My hands are like not working today. Yeah, and don't forget, Barbara, what I always say, if it sounds like it's a message for you, then it's a message for you. Oh, wait, I didn't. Okay, this is for Hellfish. So, what old story or label am I ready to challenge? And that is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands invites you to challenge the belief that life has to be a constant struggle or competition. Maybe you've been carrying the label of, I have to fight for my place, I have to prove myself, or there's never enough. Ask yourself, where am I creating conflict when collaboration or acceptance might serve me better? Sometimes the biggest battle is the one we're having with ourselves. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? The moon. The moon reminds you that not everything needs to be crystal clear before you move forward. This card invites you to honor your intuition, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. The truth may be that you've been waiting for certainty when your inner wisdom has been quietly guiding you all along. Ask yourself, what am I sensing that I haven't fully trusted yet? And then how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles encourages you to take one practical step. You don't have to have the whole journey figured out. You just have to be willing to learn, stay curious, and begin where you are. Courage this week looks like taking a small intentional action towards something that matters to you. So to put it all together, these cards remind you that you don't have to keep fighting every battle. Trust the quiet wisdom that's already emerging from within, even if everything isn't perfectly clear yet. And move forward by taking one grounded, practical step instead of waiting for the perfect moment. So what small step could you take this week if you trusted yourself just a little bit more than your fears? Next up is Wendy. You're welcome. Hey, Bee Harbor Beauty. Welcome in. Yeah, making sense of the past is hard, but I mean, when it makes sense though, it so makes sense. But you can't force that. Wendy, you still here? This friggin' dog. Good call. There you are, Wendy. See, steers, if they sound pertinent, then they're meant for you. All right, Wendy. So what old story or label am I ready to challenge is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles asks you to challenge the belief that you have to hold on tightly to feel safe. Maybe you've been carrying the label of I have to protect myself. I can't let go. Or if I loosen my grip, I'll lose everything. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that's actually holding me back? Sometimes security comes from trust, not control. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? It's the Nine of Cups. The truth is that you're allowed to experience joy and fulfillment without guilt. The Nine of Cups is often called the wish card. It's really about emotional contentment and recognizing what's already good in your life. Ask yourself, can I give myself permission to enjoy what I've already created instead of also always chasing what's next? And then how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed invites you to break out of autopilot. You've been stuck in routines that no longer serve you or waiting for the right time. Courage this week may look like making one meaningful change. You don't have to overhaul your life, but you do need to take a step instead of staying back. So to put them all together, these cards suggest that you're ready to loosen your grip on old fears and the need to control everything. The truth is that fulfillment may be closer than you realize if you allow yourself to appreciate what's already present. And as you move forward, don't let hesitation keep you in the same place. Small intentional changes can create meaningful momentum. So a question you could ask yourself this week is, what would become possible if you trusted yourself enough to let go of what no longer serves you? Oh my God, Archie. Angel, you're up. Snorris. Oh, it's so loud. Hi, Stacy. Okay, Angel. What story or label am I ready to challenge? The Four of Wands reversed. This invites you to question the belief that you have to fit into someone else's idea of what home, success, or belonging should look like. Maybe you've been carrying the label of the outsider or feeling like you don't quite fit in. Ask yourself, where have I been seeking belonging by changing myself instead of being myself? True belonging begins with self-acceptance. And what truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? You're welcome, Wendy Lynn. Thank you so much. That is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles reminds you that it's okay to admit when you're struggling. Sometimes we've been taught to wear the label of I'm fine or I have to do it all myself. The truth is that asking for help isn't weakness, it's courage. Ask yourself, where do I need to let someone in instead of carrying this all alone? And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? Temperance reversed. Temperance reversed invites you to restore balance one small step at a time. If you've been giving too much, neglecting yourself, or trying to force everything to happen at once, this card says to slow down and make gentle adjustments. Courage this week isn't about doing more. It's about creating more harmony in your life. These cards gently remind you that you don't have to earn your place by fitting into someone else's expectations. The truth is that you're not meant to carry every burden by yourself, and it's okay to receive support when it's needed. As you move forward, focus on restoring balance instead of striving for perfection. Sometimes healing begins the moment we stop pretending that we're okay and allow ourselves to be authentically seen. So the question to reflect on is, what would change if you let yourself belong exactly as you are instead of trying to fit into the role that no longer feels like home? Thank you, Wendy. You're welcome, my love. Michelle. Michelle Smalls. Where are you at? You chose the movie for today. So you get a reading for show. Oh, I'm glad you got the message, Dusty. Hi, Claire Elizabeth. Welcome. Okay, well, I think Michelle will come back, so we'll just have to give her the timestamp. Michelle. All right, we'll have to tell Michelle it's at 1:07, unless I'm just not getting. I'm just not getting the comments. Oh, chat is being weird. Okay. All right, so this is for Michelle. That was Shell. That was a different person. Yes, thank you, Kristen. Okay. So this is for Michelle when you come back and check this. So what old story or label am I ready to challenge? And that is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles invites you to challenge the belief that you missed your chance, or that it's too late for a new beginning. Maybe you've been carrying the label of I'm behind, I blew it, or this is just how my life is. This card reminds you that every day offers a new opportunity to plant a different seed. Ask yourself, what new possibility am I finally ready to say yes to? What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically is the Four of Swords reversed. The Four of Swords reversed often appears when we've ignored our need for rest, reflection, or healing. It can also suggest you're ready to emerge from a period of pause, but only if you truly listen to what the quiet season had to teach you. Ask yourself, what is my mind and body honestly asking for right now? And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? Oh, Michelle's here. Good. Here we go. The King of Cups. The King of Cups reminds you that emotional maturity is strength. Moving forward with courage doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means understanding them without letting them control you. Respond instead of react. Lead with compassion, both for yourself and for others. This week, your heart and your wisdom work together. So these cards suggest that you're standing at the threshold of a meaningful new beginning. To embrace it fully, be honest about what you need to recover from or what kind of support and rest you've been denying yourself. As you move forward, let emotional balance and self-compassion guide you and your decisions. You don't have to rush into the next chapter. You just have to enter with an open heart and a grounded mind. What new opportunity could you embrace if you trusted yourself to move through it with both wisdom and compassion? That's okay. Hey, Winks, thank you so much. Did you hear the whole thing, Michelle? It's a good one. Sharon, you're up. Yeah, you got to record them or write them down or something. You can always come back and listen to. Hi, Sandy. Sharon, not Karen, are you here? There you are. Hey, Home Slice. You're pretty famous on Twitter these days, huh? All right, Sharon. So, what old story or label am I ready to challenge? Is the Six of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups reversed invites you to challenge the stories you've been carrying from your past. Maybe it's an old family belief, a childhood wound, or a version of yourself that you've outgrown but still identify with. Ask yourself, am I living from who I was or from who I'm becoming? You don't have to let your past define your future. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? Death reversed. The truth is you already know what needs to change. Death reversed often appears when we're resisting letting go, not because we don't know it's time, but because change feels uncertain. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to simply because it's familiar? Sometimes the hardest truth is admitting we've outgrown something. And then how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups reminds you that courage sometimes means walking away, not out of anger, not out of fear, but out of self-respect. This card asks you to leave behind what no longer nourishes your heart and to trust that you're making space for something more aligned. These cards tell a beautiful story of release. You're being invited to let go of old identities, beliefs, or wounds that belong to an earlier chapter in your life. The truth is that you've likely known for some time that something has run its course, even if you've hesitated to release it. This week, courage looks like choosing yourself and walking toward what's truly aligned with who you're becoming. And ask yourself, if your past didn't get the final say, what would you be ready to leave behind today? You're welcome. Sparkly Rabbit, are you here? Oh, Kels, let's see. Yes, I got it. Thank you so much. All right, Sparkly, you're up. I didn't do my correct. Shuffle. Oh, did it end the poll? I didn't end the poll. Did it just end it on its own? Dazed and confused one? Cool. All right, you got a bunch of reverse cards. Oh, hello, Archie. All right, so what story or label am I ready to challenge? Justice reversed. Justice reversed invites you to challenge the belief that you have to carry guilt, shame, or unrealistic expectations. You may have been judging yourself more harshly than you would ever judge someone you love. Ask yourself, where have I been my own toughest critic? This card reminds you that healing begins with honesty, but honesty without self-condemnation. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically is the Page of Cups reversed. The Page of Cups reversed suggests the truth may be hiding behind emotions you've been avoiding or dismissing. Perhaps you've been telling yourself you're fine when your heart has something else to say. Ask yourself, what feeling have I been pushing aside that deserves my attention? Your emotions aren't a weakness, they're information. How can I move forward with wisdom and courage this week? The Nine of Cups reversed encourages you to look inward instead of outward for fulfillment. If you've been searching for happiness through approval, achievement, or external validation, this card gently redirects you back to yourself. This week, courage looks like asking, what truly fills my cup? Instead of chasing what you think should make you happy, honor what genuinely does. These cards invite you to stop measuring yourself against impossible standards. The truth is that your heart has been trying to get your attention, even if you've been brushing those feelings aside. As you move forward, remember that lasting fulfillment comes from living in alignment with yourself, not from seeking validation outside of you. If you let go of everyone else's expectations, what would bring you genuine joy? All right, I guess Dazed and Confused is the winner. Liz Miz. You're welcome, Sparkly. Hey, Liz Miz. You ready? Oh my God. Yay, sea steers. You caught up? It's been a week. Oh boy. All right. Let's hope this gives you a good message. All right. So, what old story or label am I ready to challenge? Judgment reversed. Invites you to challenge the story that you've missed your chance, that you're too late, or that your past mistakes define who you are. You may be carrying guilt, self doubt, or the belief that you have to be perfect before you can move forward. Ask yourself, where am I holding myself back because I haven't forgiven myself? You deserve the same grace that you freely give to others. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? Wheel of Fortune. The truth that life moves in cycles and change is a natural part of growth. The Wheel of Fortune reminds you that you're not meant to stay in one chapter forever. Even if things felt uncertain, there are opportunities unfolding that you may not be able to see yet. Ask yourself, can I trust that this season is part of something bigger? Sometimes the most authentic thing we can do is stop resisting the cycle and move with it. And how can you move forward with courage and wisdom this week? The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords asks you to let something come to a complete and honest ending. This card isn't here to predict hardship. It's here to remind you that what has already run its course doesn't need to be carried into your next chapter. Courage this week looks like saying, this chapter taught me what I needed to learn, and I'm ready to turn the page. These cards tell the story of release and renewal. Let go of the belief that your past defines your future and that you've somehow missed your opportunity. Trust that life is always moving through cycles, seasons, and this new cycle is inviting you to grow in ways that you may not have expected. As you move forward, allow yourself to fully close a chapter that's already complete, so you can step into what's waiting for you with an open heart. What ending are you ready to accept so that you can fully embrace the new beginning that's trying to find you? Oh, Baker just watched that movie? I love that movie, though. Wipe that face off your head, bitch. Yes, I love that line as well. So that's all that I have for my list. So if anyone else wants one, let me know. Oh, good message for you then. And exciting. Angie. Kirsty. And Sea Steers. Okay, Angie. Malin. CS Tears. Got it. All right, Angie. Sandy, you're on the list. Barbara, do you want a reading? All right, Angie. What old story or label am I ready to challenge? The High Priestess reverse invites you to challenge the belief that you can't trust yourself. You may have been looking to everyone else for answers while ignoring the quiet wisdom that's already within you. Ask yourself, where have I been doubting my own intuition? Your inner voice hasn't disappeared. It may simply have been drowned out by fear, noise, or other people's opinions. Okay, Barbara. Maybe next time. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? The 10 of Swords reversed. The truth is that you're already healing from something you've been carrying for a long time. The 10 of Swords reversed suggests that it's time to stop identifying with the pain and begin identifying with your resilience. Ask yourself what part of my story is ready to become a lesson instead of a burden. Healing doesn't erase the past, but it changes your relationship with it. And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? Is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reversed encourages you to focus on what you can control instead of resisting what you can't. Life may not be unfolding exactly as planned, but every detour has something to teach you. This week, courage looks like staying grounded, adapting to change, and trusting that delays don't mean denial. So these cards encourage you to stop second guessing yourself and reconnect with your inner wisdom. The truth is that you're not the person who experienced those old wounds. You've already begun the process of healing and growing beyond them. As you move forward, remember that not every twist in the road is a setback. Sometimes life asks you to trust the process, even when you can't yet see where it's leading. So ask yourself, what would change if you trusted your own inner knowing, even when the path ahead feels uncertain? Kirsty. All right, there you are. Archie, you are so loud. What old story or label am I ready to challenge? Page of Wands reversed invites you to challenge the belief that you're not ready, not talented enough, or that you need everything figured out before you begin. Self-doubt or fear of failure may have been dimming your natural spark. Ask yourself, what dream have I been putting on hold because I'm afraid of getting it wrong? Growth doesn't require perfection. It requires the courage to start. Hi, regular RN. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords encourages you to speak your truth with honesty and compassion. She asks you to cut through confusion, people pleasing, or the stories you've been telling yourself that no longer serve you. Ask yourself, what truth have I known all along but haven't fully expressed? Your voice has power, especially when it comes from clarity rather than emotion alone. Hi, Jersey girl. And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man reminds you that not all progress comes through action. Sometimes the wisest move is to pause, shift your perspective, and allow new insight to emerge before taking the next step. This week, courage may look like letting go of the need to force answers and trusting that clarity will come in its own time. Thank you, regular RN. So these cards encourage you to release the fear that you're not ready or capable enough to pursue what excites you. The truth is that you already possess the wisdom to speak honestly about what you need and what you believe. And as you move forward, don't mistake stillness for stagnation. Sometimes a pause is exactly what creates the perspective needed for your next breakthrough. So what could become possible if you stopped waiting to feel ready and trusted both your voice and the timing of the journey? Thank you so much. You have a good weekend too. CS tears. You're welcome, Kirsty. All right, here we go. Oh my God, my fingers will work. So what story or label am I ready to challenge? It's the world reversed. This invites you to challenge the belief that you have to have everything finished before you can celebrate how far you've come. You may be carrying the label of unfinished, behind, or not enough. Ask yourself, where am I focusing on what's missing instead of recognizing how much I've already grown? The journey doesn't have to be complete for it to be meaningful. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? It's the Nine of Swords. This card reminds you that many of the battles you're fighting are happening within your own mind. Worry, guilt, or fear may be louder than reality. Ask yourself, what story have I been telling myself that's creating more fear than freedom? Giving your fears a voice can often lessen their power. And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week? The Tower. The Tower asks you to embrace necessary change rather than fear it. While unexpected shifts can feel unsettling, they often clear away what is no longer built on solid foundation. This week, courage means being willing to release what's no longer aligned so you can build something stronger and more authentic in its place. So together, these cards encourage you to let go of the belief that your worth depends on having everything figured out. Be honest about the fears or anxious thoughts that may be keeping you stuck. And remember that those don't define your next step. As you move forward, trust that change, even when it's uncomfortable, can create the space for more authentic and resilient version of your life to emerge. So if you stopped letting fear convince you that you're unfinished, what would you have the courage to rebuild? Oh, Connor. That's another class. I don't know what just happened. Cult was aliens, man. Ritzy, when I saw your question, and they are for specific people, but if it sounds like a message is meant for you, then it's meant for you. Maylin. Maylin, you're up. Oh. Well, I hope it helps, Ritzy one. And I hope it helped CS Tears. All right, Maylin. Oh, Ritzy one, that's tough. You're strong. And if you're just getting here, the sound that you're hearing in the background is my sister's dog snoring. I know it sounds very loud and weird, but that's just the reality of what I'm dealing with this week. Oh, Jersey girl, I'm so sorry. Okay, Maylin, what story or label are you ready to challenge? We've got the Knight of Swords reversed. This card invites you to challenge the belief that you always have to rush, prove yourself, or have the right answer immediately. You may have been labeling yourself as too much or too impulsive, or feeling pressured to keep up with everyone else. Ask yourself, where would slowing down actually help me move forward? Your worth isn't measured by your speed. It's measured by your authenticity. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically? And that's the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups encourages you to be honest about what truly fulfills you. You may have been overlooking opportunities because your attention has been focused on disappointment or what's missing. Ask yourself, what blessing or opportunity have I been too distracted to notice? Sometimes the answer isn't finding something new. It's seeing what's already being offered. And how can you move forward with courage and wisdom? Got the King of Swords. The King of Swords reminds you to lead with clarity, integrity, and thoughtful decision-making. Courage doesn't always look emotional. It can also look like setting healthy boundaries, communicating honestly, and making choices based on wisdom rather than impulse. This week, trust your ability to think clearly while staying true to your values. These cards encourage you to release the pressure to constantly push, prove, and rush your way through things. The truth is that what you're seeking may already be within reach if you're willing to pause and notice it. As you move forward, let clear thinking and honest communication guide your decisions. Sorry. You don't have to react to everything. Sometimes your greatest strength is responding with intention. What could shift if you traded urgency for clarity and trusted that the right next step doesn't have to be the fastest one? Ban Connor. I think Connor's excited for next week's movie. All right, Sandy. Gingy, do you want a birthday reading? Hi, Calypso. God, Archie. All right, thank you, Sandy. All right, Gingy, we'll end with you then. You'll be next. Let's freaking talk. Got a bunch of reversals here. So the old story or label that you are ready to challenge is justice reversed. This card invites you to release the belief that you have to be perfect or that one mistake defines who you are. You may have been holding yourself to impossible standards or carrying guilt that's no longer serving you. Ask yourself, where have I been judging myself more harshly than I deserve? Growth comes from accountability, not self-punishment. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically is the Six of Pentacles reversed. The Six of Pentacles reversed asks you to be honest about the balance of giving and receiving in your life. Have you been overextending yourself, or have you struggled to accept support when it's offered? Ask yourself, where do I need healthier boundaries so my generosity doesn't come at the expense of my own well-being? Authenticity means recognizing that your needs matter too. And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week is the Star reversed. The Star reversed encourages you to reconnect with hope, even if it feels dim right now. If you've been questioning yourself or feeling disconnected from your purpose, don't mistake a difficult season for a lost one. This week, courage looks like taking one small step toward healing and trusting that your light is still there, even if you can't fully see it yet. These cards gently remind you to stop defining yourself by perceived mistakes or impossible expectations. The truth is that a balanced life requires both giving and receiving, and honoring your own needs is part of living authentically. As you move forward, don't let temporary discouragement convince you that you've lost your way. Your hope, your purpose, and your inner light are still within you. They may simply need a little nurturing to shine again. What would change if you treated yourself with the same fairness, compassion, and hope that you so freely offer others? All right, Gingy, last reading of today. Connor. I'm not worried. When Emily was on my show, there was some guy that kept on commenting. She like put a thing on Twitter saying that she was on the show and getting her cards read, and some guy like kept on commenting on it saying that like we were inviting like evil spirits and stuff. So I commented back on it and I'm like, I didn't buy the cards with the evil spirits. I just bought regular cards. But he kept going. He was very, very mad about the cards. Bye, Nefarious. Thanks for being here. All right, Gingy. Why am I disappearing? Did that just happen again? So, what old story or label am I ready to challenge? 7 of Cups reversed. This invites you to release the pressure to be everything to everyone. This card is about finding clarity after a period of uncertainty, and letting go of unrealistic expectations or endless what ifs. Ask yourself what choice feels most true to who I am instead of who others expect me to be. Clarity is a gift you have to give yourself. What truth is asking to be spoken or lived more authentically is the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords reminds you that it's okay to acknowledge hurts you've been carrying. You don't have to pretend something didn't affect you just because time has passed. Ask yourself, what pain am I ready to honor so it can finally begin to heal? Speaking your truth about your hurt is often the first step to releasing it. And how can I move forward with courage and wisdom this week is the 7 of Wands reversed. This encourages you to stop fighting every battle. You don't have to defend your worth, your choices, or your heart to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. This week, courage may look like putting down the armor, conserving your energy, and choosing peace over proving yourself. These cards offer a beautiful message, especially on your birthday. You're entering a new year with greater clarity about what truly matters. Part of that clarity comes from honoring the heartbreaks and disappointments that help shape you without letting them define you. As you step into this next chapter, give yourself permission to stop fighting battles that no longer deserve your energy. Your birthday isn't about just getting older. It's about choosing a lighter, wiser way to move through this world. And as you begin this new year of your life, what pain are you ready to release so you can make room for the joy that's waiting for you? I know, Gingy. All right, so that just about concludes our day. Hold on, let me end this poll. I'm pretty sure Dazed and Confused is the winner. End poll. So that will be next week's movie. And the 3-card reading will be drawn from that movie. So it's going to take some thought, but somehow we'll get some inner wisdom from Dazed and Confused. And as always, I will end this live with a meditation. And let me get a video so you're not just staring at me. All right, make me go away. I'm sorry about the dog snoring in the background. Hopefully that doesn't ruin your meditation. So, if you're comfortable, sit back, relax your shoulders, take a slow breath in through your nose, and gently exhale. Again, breathing in and letting go. Imagine yourself standing to our labels. Some were given to you when you were very young, some by teachers, some by family, some by partners, some by society. Some you've repeated to yourself for years. Maybe they're words like too much, too sensitive, too loud, too quiet, too emotional, not enough, broken, responsible, successful, failure. Whatever appears, simply notice it without judgment. Now imagine choosing one label you're ready to release. Just one. Reach out and gently remove it. Set it beside you. Notice something beautiful. Without that label, you're still here. Your worth didn't disappear. Your light didn't disappear. Your kindness didn't disappear. Your soul didn't disappear. In fact, there's more room, more space to breathe, more space to become. Take another slow breath. As you breathe in, repeat quietly to yourself, I am more than the labels I've carried. Breathing out, I choose authenticity over approval. Breathe in again. I trust myself. I honor my truth. I allow myself to become. Take one final deep breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Bring your awareness back into the room. Gently wiggle your fingers, your toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Carry that feeling with you this week. Not because someone else told you who you are, but because you're giving yourself permission to discover it. And thank you for spending your Friday night with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and share this community with someone else who could use a little encouragement. And as always, thank you so much for being here. And I will see you next time. Namaste.
And blood on my tongue. Been chasing down dreams that come undone. You talk sweet mercy, but you're dealing hard truth. You wanna ride with me, you better love the cruise. So run me down easy, don't come too fast. I've been burning like a match that ain't meant to going to last. If you're looking for forever, I ain't that kind of woman, but I'll give you one hell of a moment in time. You say love's a shelter, I say it's a storm. I've been caught in the rain since the day I was born. I ain't broken now, babe, I just bend till I can't no more, and then I'm at the door. So run me down easy, don't come too fast. I've been burning like a match that ain't meant or going to last. If you're looking for forever, I ain't that kind of woman, but I'll give you one hell of a moment in time.